What can I say about 3D World that already hasn't been said? It was the Wii U's 3D Mario game and a sequel to 3D Land on the 3DS. Man, there's so much 3D in this intro, it might as well be 4D. Anyway, this game is a fun 3D Mario adventure that ultimately plays it safe. But that doesn't mean there aren't difficult levels. Hello guys and welcome back to the Crypt. Today, I'm ranking the top 10 hardest levels in Super Mario 3D World. Number 10, the Great Tower of Bowserland. We're starting off things with the end. The end of the game, that is. The Great Tower of Bowserland is the final showdown with Bowser, or should I say Meowser. For this level, he uses the cat power-up. Honestly, I love that idea just as much as the furry community does. The level opens up with a narrow rooftop that has lava raining from the sky. Because of how sloped and cramped everything is, it's easy to take a hit. There's also a green star here that forces you to knock 4 bullies off moving platforms. It's definitely harder than most green stars up to this point. Then comes the vertical climb. Meowser swipes at you, destroys platforms, and descends like a giant cat clawing down a cat tree. Halfway up, he grabs a cherry power-up, and suddenly there are multiple Meowsers popping out from the walls. Keeping track of everything near the top can get stressful. It's not the hardest level ever, but compared to most of the game, Meowser puts up a solid fight. Number 9, Boiling Blue Bully Belt. This level might have you reaching your boiling point. Boiling Blue Bully Belt is full of blue lava, rising and lowering platforms, spiky pillars, and, of course, bullies. All that boiled together makes one tough level in a mostly easy game. It starts off pretty tame, teaching you how the platforms move and how fast you need to react. But once power dry bones and rotating spike pillars show up, the platforms stop being your only problem. One slip into the lava is instant death. Near the end, you're greeted by 3 bullies, kind of like that 1 star in Lethal Lava Land from Mario 64. Thankfully, the Fire Flower can make quick work of them. Boiling Blue Bully Belt is short but tough. Everything in this level exists to force you off the platforms or into the lava. It's a tricky trek across a sea of blue lava. Number 8, Honeycomb Skyway. Honeycomb Skyway is an overhead auto-scroller built around honeycomb platforms, and it loves to mess with you. Some tiles are icy, some are lava, and the fire bars and the enemies constantly keep you on edge. You'll definitely want to keep the boomerang power up to manage these enemies. About halfway through, the level starts building itself as you move, forcing you to manage your pace. Leave a clear pipe too early and you're falling into the void. Then there's the ending. Getting the top of the goal pole demands sharp timing. Those honeycomb platforms can screw you over if you're even a little early or a little late with your jumps. That's tough when you're trying to reach the top with every character. Honeycomb Skyway may be slow, but it's not gentle. The hazards, enemies, and timing checks pile up pretty fast, and grabbing the top of the pole is like the cherry at the top. Number 7, A Beam in the Dark. This ghost house is beaming, literally. You use the light box to realign boos and peepas while dealing with some pretty tricky platforming. Most of the level takes place on a slow-moving, spinning platform, which makes lining up the light to hit the ghost harder than it sounds. If you take a hit, you lose the light box. Then every ghost needs to be avoided until you get another one. Pair of dry bones also show up in groups. The POW blocks become essential in dealing with them. And who could forget about this hidden green star? Blink and you'll miss your opportunity to jump to the warp box. Definitely an easy green star to miss. The final stretch is on a destroyed platform, leaving you almost no room to maneuver while dealing with enemies. It's spooky, a bit chaotic, and harder than it seems. Number 6, Blast Block Skyway. Blast Block Skyway may be a recycled level, but the difficulty spike feels anything but recycled. The blocks swap in and out so fast that your timing needs to be near perfect. But the real threat isn't only the platforms, it's also the enemies. Pair of dry bones chase you, and spikes hurl spiky pillars across the blocks you need to land on. Even with perfect jumps, weaving through all that without dying is quite hard. Oh my god. Oh, come on. The final stretch is one of the biggest reasons I included this on this list. It's a long line of disappearing blocks that absolutely shreds casual players. But if you're like me, you cheese it by sliding straight down the center. The Tanuki suit makes this level dramatically more manageable, since slowing your fall gives you extra control. Without it, you're basically playing this level on hard mode. Blast Block Skyway is tight with tough platforming from start to finish. Keeping the Tanuki suit turns it into a real challenge, and losing it makes things even harder. Number 5, Switch Shock Circus. Okay, this one genuinely caught me off guard. Switch Shock Circus is another recycled level, but the enemy placement cranks the difficulty way higher than you expect. In this level, you're stepping on switches to progress. Blue turns to yellow, and yellow turns back to blue. The goal is to turn every switch to yellow, and any missteps undoes your progress. But the real challenge comes from hitting switches with fizzlets and hammer bros on them. Since you can only hit fizzlets when they're not electrified, you're trying to time your jumps, avoid or defeat enemies, and hit every switch. It can get messy fast. Those parts were especially tough for me doing it solo. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, why do I keep failing? Oh my god, seriously? Oh my god, dude. That's not how you get that. Wow. Switch Shock Circus is shockingly difficult. The switches, the moving platforms, and enemies all stack together into a level that feels like it's constantly working against you. Number 4, Spiky Spike Bridge Sneak. Okay, so now we reach the really challenging levels. Spiky Spike Bridge Sneak is yet another recycled level, but with even tighter timing. You're crossing narrow bridges while dodging spotlights that instantly trigger spike traps. On top of that, you've got these wave pattern spikes that sweep across the ground. You're pretty much guaranteed to take a few hits. The whole level is about precise timing. You have to move and jump around the spotlights so you don't activate the spikes. For the wave spikes, it's all about rhythm. They move fast, cover most of the ground, and punish any hesitation. Jump at the wrong time and you'll definitely take a hit. And just make sure you're never comfortable, there's fire bros. Get pricked or get burned. Pick your poison. Spiky Spike Bridge Sneak never lets up. You're constantly moving, constantly reacting, and never given a second to breathe. That non-stop pressure is exactly why this level ranks at number 4. Number 3, Boss Blitz. This is one of the rare levels where time is your biggest enemy. Boss Blitz is exactly what it sounds like. A rapid fire gauntlet of every major boss in the game. You must beat 6 bosses in a row with only 500 seconds on the clock. It sounds doable until you're actually in the middle of it. By now, the game assumes you know these fights inside and out. You got the Histocrats, King Kathunk, Pom Pom, Boom Boom, Boss Boulder, and Motley Boss Blob. They all follow the classic 3 hits and done rule. But if you hesitate on even one boss, you've possibly already tanked your run. The trick is squeezing in hits as efficiently as possible. Boom Boom, Pom Pom, and King Kathunk are quick if you play aggressively. But Boss Boulder, the Histocrats, and Motley Boss Blob drag things out with long attack cycles. Seconds can evaporate pretty fast. Boss Blitz is a straight race against the clock. 500 seconds might look generous, but with some of the slower paced bosses, that timer melts away quickly. At this point in the game, you're expected to bring knowledge, clean execution, and zero hesitation. That pressure is exactly what makes Boss Blitz one of the toughest levels in 3D World. Number 2, Mystery House Marathon. So here's the granddaddy of all mystery houses. Mystery House Marathon is easily the toughest mystery house in the game. These levels normally hit you with quick 10-second challenges. Defeat a set of enemies, dodge spike pillars, climb a wall with a cat suit, stuff like that. But if you fail once, you're kicked right back to the start. Now imagine that, but with 30 green stars. It becomes a relentless gauntlet of back-to-back micro challenges. To clear all 30 in one run, you have little to no room for mistakes. If you miss a throw, mistime a jump, or even slip up for a couple seconds, you're pretty much done. Every room demands clean inputs, tight movement, and zero hesitation. I've beaten this level a few times, but even now, it still gives me a fight. What? I've never had that happen before. Wow, I failed because of that. Oh, damn it. Mystery House Marathon lives up to its name. It's long, brutal, and absolutely draining. But just like an actual marathon, you beat it through repetition, consistency, and slowly sharpening your skills until you finally cross that finish line. Number 1, Champions Road as Toad. You already knew this level was taking the top spot. Champions Road is one of the most brutal Mario levels ever made, and it's made even worse by beating it as Toad. Just like in Super Mario Bros. 2, Toad is the fastest character but has the shortest jump height. That combo is terrible for Champions Road. His speed makes it way too easy to overshoot jumps, and his jump height always leaves you coming up short of platforms. In a level built around precision, Toad is basically fighting against this level at every step. As for the level itself, it demands near perfect movement. It has tight platforming, nasty enemy placements, hazards everywhere, and timing windows that feel razor thin. But the real killer is with Toad during the running pad section. He moves way too fast and his short jump height barely clears gaps. Even with the power-ups I brought into this level, it took me a ton of attempts just to beat it.
Are you f***ing with me? Oh my god, damn it. Ugh. No! Damn it. Ah, damn it. Oh, man, that was close. Oh my god, dude, come on. Those jumps are so tight as Toad. Holy crap, that's so tight. Where the f was I? Come on. Come on, Toad, really? Toad! You dumb nut. Oh, damn it, Toad. There we go, we got it. Oh, that was quite hard, actually. Especially as Toad.
Champions Road is the undisputed hardest level in 3D World. It's a massive difficulty spike with no forgiveness. Doing it as Toad adds an extra layer of pain, especially during that running pads part. This level doesn't just test your skills, it tests your patience and persistence to prove that you're the champion. And that's my top 10 hardest levels in Super Mario 3D World. Did you agree with my list? Or are you in a cat suit ready to claw at me? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more rank list videos. Also, if you ever want to chat, I have a Discord server in the description. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.